Hi, my name is Tiffany Glaze. I'm an independent Norwex sales consultant, and I am going to talk to you about Norwex Microfiber today. Norwex Microfiber has three distinct features. The first is that it's a super fine microfiber. To be considered microfiber, it needs to be 1/6 the size of a human hair, and Norwex Microfiber is 1/200th the size of a human hair, so it's super, super fine. And that fine microfiber helps get into those nooks and crannies that regular rags just can't reach. So that's the first feature. The second feature is that there is, in this one cloth alone, there's enough of that fine, fine microfiber to go from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. So a lot of microfiber packed in here really, really densely. And that allows, excuse me, all the bacteria, all of the dirt and germs to get picked up inside the rag and to stay there and not transfer from surface to surface. And I'll show you that in just a moment. The third feature is that there is silver in there. We call it backlock, kind of this bacteria lock, if you will. And the silver, anyone who works in the medical industry knows that silver is an antimicrobial, which means when bacteria is exposed to that silver, it cannot thrive. It can't reproduce, it can't eat, and it will die. So normal rags, they kind of get this yucky, stinky rag smell because the bacteria is just multiplying within the rag. So the silver inside of a Norwex microfiber cloth is going to prevent that bacteria from growing, and it's going to keep those odors at bay because the bacteria is not going to be growing inside of your rag. So I have here 2 protein swabs. You can see these. These protein swabs are used in the food industry. They'll go to restaurants and swab surfaces to see how clean a surface is when exposed to food and bacteria, and to see if it's up to standards. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of chicken here. This is a piece of raw chicken. Just took it out of the fridge. And I'm going to wipe it all over my surface of my counter. I'm just getting it all yucky. If you can, I wish you could see this. It's really quite disgusting. All right, I'm going to take my microfiber, got it wet, and I wrung it out really well, and I'm going to wipe that surface with the chicken juice. Now, actually, I forgot to do one part. I'm going to wipe that surface one more time with the chicken juice. I'm going to take one of my swabs and I'm going to swab that area really well with the chicken juice, just to show you how the swabs work. So if there were bacteria or protein present on the surface, then this swab would pick it up. You activate it, get that juice down there, and you can see that it's starting to turn kind of a funny gray color. So on here, green means no protein present. It's good to go. Any other color indicates that there is protein present. And it's a little bit hard to see, but it's starting to turn gray, and after a few seconds it's going to start to turn a deeper purple. So we're going to let that one sit for just a second. And I'm going to wipe this surface with my Norwex cloth, and I'm going to wipe another surface, the surface that I didn't even touch with the chicken, over here with the same dirty side. And I'm going to wipe it down over here. Okay, this is the dirty side on top. I'm going to take another protein swab. I'm going to swab the surface that had the chicken on it. I'm going to swab the surface that I wiped next that didn't have the chicken on it but used the same side. And then I'm going to actually swab the rag itself. I'll put that in there. I'll activate it, get that juice down there. You can see that it's immediately starting to turn green. Green means it's good to go. And it's going to stay green. The neat thing is this shows that the bacteria, the protein, is not transferring from surface to surface. And it's not even, I'm not even picking up any off of the rag itself. It's trapping it in there so nicely. So here's that first swab. Give it a little shake. And you can see the difference. This one's starting to turn purple. Let me turn it so you can see those color indicators. So this one's starting to, it's kind of a gray color. It's going to start to turn a deeper purple. And the green one is the one that I showed after wiping with the Norwex microfiber. When I first saw this demo, I thought, wow, so all those wipes that I was using, what were they doing? Was that okay? And then I started to read the wipes containers, your disinfectant wipes, and you have to keep a surface visibly wet for 4 minutes for them to disinfect a surface. So go home, read your disinfectant wipes, and you're supposed to use enough wipes to keep it visibly wet for 4 minutes. And then you're supposed to clean the surface because that residue is not palatable. So when I heard that and I saw, wow, this rag can really pick up all that stuff, keep it in there and trap it in there and not transfer from surface to surface, I was blown away. Now, when you care for these, so I have this surface that had the chicken juice on it. We've shown that it doesn't transfer from surface to surface, but still, I don't like the idea of having chicken juice on there. So I'm going to take it to the sink and I'm going to rinse it out really well. I'm going to rub the rag against itself, try and get all the debris out. I'm going to wring it out super well, and then I'm going to hang it up to dry. And then I can go ahead and reuse it over and over again until it feels like it's not cleaning as well. So I'll typically clean these ones since I use it all over my house, in bathrooms, in the kitchen, everywhere. I'll typically launder these about once a week, but I have a couple for my kids to help out to clean as well. So I hope that gave you a brief overview about the Norwex microfiber in general. It's an amazing product, and as you continue to follow this party, I want you to see which products have that backlock feature, that silver, and how that can prevent the rag from really stinking. So I hope that was helpful. Thanks.